Officers this afternoon in riot gear surrounded the hospital where some of this weekend's victims are being treated in anticipation of President Trump's visit there. It comes after hours of confrontations in the El Paso streets with Trump supporters facing off with those telling him he is not welcome here. Now, the president landed in El Paso just about an hour and a half ago, but those protesters have been at it since this morning.
Racism and xenophobia doesn't have a place here in El Paso.
Hundreds of protesters gathered at Washington Park in El Paso this morning, many wearing T-shirts saying racism is not welcome, Trump is not welcome. New Mexico Congresswoman Deb Haaland and Xochitl Torres Small made an appearance at that event. Some protesters sending a strong message to the president with signs reading, "Trump, be quiet. Trump, not welcome here. And when is enough?"
Those words of invasion, of immigrants being criminals and rapists, they were coming from the White House and from the President of the United States. Trump is responsible and he is part of the problem.
Now, that protest at that park was peaceful, but tempers flared at the memorial where people continue to stop to pay their respects to the 22 victims. That's where we find KRQE News 13's Lizzie Mitri.
Kim, let me show you first exactly where we are. The Walmart is right behind us here. And if you look down this way, this is a road you'd normally be able to take to get into the parking lot. But right now, it's just blocked with a sea of people. Some are bringing roses, candles, and balloons, just adding to this huge memorial in honor of the 22 lives lost. On top of the mourning today, there's also a level of political tension here with the president's visit. Many people here say he's not welcome and blame him for inciting violence, while others came to show their support. One man we spoke with welcoming Trump didn't want to actually even give us his name out of fear of retaliation.
And then the police officer came over and said, "You need to move because you're starting to cause trouble here." And I asked him where I could move, so I was moving this way.
We came here to grieve, and we knew there were going to be Trump supporters here, so we came here in peace, and we'll be holding our signs up, and they'll come and say "Oh, well, Trump wanted this, Trump wanted, Trump loves you guys, Trump loves El Paso," but he doesn't. They're coming here trying to spread his hate.
And that's happening back and forth. We saw people making sure to show their anti-Trump signs if there was a welcome Trump sign nearby. And there have been reports of verbal disagreements, but nothing violent. And obviously that's why there are a lot of police officers out here today to make sure that it stays that way. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Lizzie. Now, the president is expected to be in El Paso for at least a couple more hours. It's unclear if he will stop by that memorial. Stay with us as we continue our coverage throughout the night.